Now, if there were healthier alternatives to what the snacks that are in the vending machines, would you still purchase?
Yeah, probably. If it tastes good, yeah.
I bring my food from home, so I don't bring money. But I mean, it is a good alternative to school food. But then again, I guess it's part of the greedy school system. Make free food bad and paid food good. That way you get money to do all this stuff. But I guess money that goes to them goes right back to us. So I don't really have a problem with it.
Now, what if there were healthier alternatives in the vending machines, like apples or fruit bowls? Do you think people would still buy them?
No.
With the school food itself, what's going on with the school food and why aren't kids eating it if it's supposed to be a healthy, for us, a alternative to eating junk food?
So, how can cafeteria food be made more appealing to our student population?
More of the foods that they like hamburgers or coffee cake in the menu. Because I don't know, do you eat at the cafeteria?
Yeah, sometimes.
What are the things that you like?
Like today's food was pretty good.
The muffins were good.
Yeah.
The coffee cake, it's good. I noticed when we serve coffee cake, you guys come to eat. Today was good because we serve hamburgers. Tomorrow we're going to serve hamburgers again. So I think it depends on what we serve. You guys come to eat. If we serve pasta marinara, you won't come because I don't even like it. So I prepare it, but I can eat it because I'm hungry. I want to eat. But I know the kids are not going to eat it because it doesn't taste good. In the first place, we're not allowed to put salt in it. So that's one ingredient that it's good to have in your food. So we're not allowed to put salt in it. So I can put in mine once I cooked it, but I can't give you salt out there, so it will taste better. So I think if we serve the foods that you guys like, but it has to be balanced. That's why the menus need to be different. If the menus come in a variety of food, you guys will come and participate more.
Lack of variety and exposure. Lack of time. Lack of availability. These are the problems we set out to tackle. The Reseda Fresh Cuts Garden has been set up as a symbol, an educational opportunity to learn about new food choices and expose our school to roots of healthy eating. No time to cook resounded in our ears. Perhaps guidance is all that is needed to make best use of our time, even the most limited. We reached out to our own culinary arts program, learning to prepare food.
Nice background. So tell us a little bit about the culinary arts class.
The culinary arts class has been running since I've been here and way before. It's actually being run by one of our TAs here at Reseda. Her name is Patsy Durstepanian. She's an amazing woman, has been an amazing program lead. And she's been so amazing that I was actually going to bring in another company or a company to come and run our culinary arts class. And the students that take the class definitely did not want that. They requested that I bring back Miss Patsy to run the culinary arts class one more year, once again. So as long as the students want that and they see that she does a great job teaching the culinary arts class, I will continue to listen to what the students want.
Ms. Diane Wilson will support and sponsor the team in developing a partnership with the Parents Center of Reseda High School. The opportunity to raise awareness of diverse healthy choices and cheap choices in cooking to the mothers of Reseda High School students. This was influenced by the success of Dr. Ortega's bodegas in the East LA community. Now I'd like to open up the floor for any questions for myself or my partner, Josue Mendez, who was the editor and director of the documentary Where the Five Clips Derived From.
students for the... Oh, I'll get you.
Hi, I'm Betty Thompson from the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. I am really impressed with all of the groups that I've heard so far. How did you know how to do, you know, the qualitative and the quantitative survey? And so forth? You know, did you have some formal instruction in doing research?
Good question. How we had structured the with the surveys, we had put them in a database in which from the database we saw the trends after putting in 898 of the 1,785 surveys. And with that trend, we were able to derive the key points in which we would have to research and go further in depth. And that's what you saw. Those were only the highlights of the survey themselves. As I had stated earlier, there were 17 questions. Those were only 5 of the questions. So we chose those that we found the most shock value.
Hi, Valerie Relish with the University of Southern California. I'm curious if you looked into the LESD policies that are supposed to be in place in the school. Is that something that you found? Or?
Yes, we did. As we were starting to look in depth with the interviews with the students, we had done all the paperwork that had gone behind. We actually, from the assistant principal, we found out what were the percentage of the population, the entire population of the school itself. So we had gone through, and we had also paperwork for those that you had seen in the interviews. We had gone through all the steps.
I guess I was saying, so there's supposed to be no junk food policy on the school campuses. Obviously, the soda ban has been effective, but sort of the kids being able to get the hot Cheetos on school. Just wondering what you thought of that, what your next steps are, and I would encourage you guys to speak with David Binkle, who's the head of food services for LAUSD, if you want to make some changes at your campus.
Thank you.
Okay, we have time for maybe 2 more questions.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller from the National Cancer Institute. This question is going to betray the fact that I was born in the Paleozoic era. But why hot Cheetos? I don't even know what they are. But why are they so popular, and what should you do to kind of balance their popularity?
Well, to be honest with you, we don't know either. It's just a fad that kids enjoy. They enjoy buying the things. And, I mean, personally, I think they're disgusting. But the school itself is just covered in bags of hot Cheetos. So
Spicy Cheetos, right?
yes, they're spicy Cheetos.
So I had asked actually some students in UCLA this question, and all they could say was, it's really good food. That's, you know, they couldn't really articulate why they love these. I think they're called flaming Cheetos, actually. Right? That's what they're called, flaming hot Cheetos. All right, we have time for one more question. Is there anybody else? Okay, we have one more question back here.
First of all, congratulations to all the groups. Amazing. We have worked with the youth in the city of Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I'm highly impressed. I have a question for you. You were very lucky with the numbers that you mentioned on the surveys. What kind of incentive did you offer the students?
They didn't offer incentives. They just said actually all the groups got almost nearly 100% response rates. And I'm not using the data, all right? Y'all sign that disclosure form out there. All right, well, thank you very much for sitting on stage.